Ollie had barely wiped the last flecks of crystal dust from his clothes when he found himself once again standing in the quiet fields outside his little village. The chickens were clucking, the cows were mooing, and the moon hung low in the sky, painting the fields silver. From the outside, everything looked peaceful. Yet Ollie could not shake the thought buzzing inside his head like a bee trapped in a jar. The Skylands were not truly safe. Yes, he had destroyed the shard in the Crystal Isles. Yes, the golem had crumbled and light had returned. But Flicker's words haunted him. Shadows cling. Darkness waits. What if more fragments had escaped? What if the Skylands were only the beginning? He leaned on his windowsill, gazing up at the stars. His shield rested against the wall, his pickaxe leaned by the door. I wonder, he whispered to himself, where the next adventure will call me. And as if the stars had heard him, a sound split the night. Whoosh! A strong gust of wind rattled the roof. The trees bent, clouds churned. And then, boom! A bolt of lightning struck the hill just beyond the village. Ollie's eyes widened. Before he could even grab his shield, the storm itself seemed to take shape. The wind swirled, twisting into a column. Thunder cracked again, and from the whirlwind emerged a towering figure made of cloud and lightning. Its eyes glowed white-hot, and its voice rolled like thunder. Ollie. The boy froze. Me? You have saved the Skylands twice, but a new danger has risen. The Stormforged Sea wakes. The Stormforged Sea? Ollie repeated, clutching his pickaxe. The storm giant's voice boomed louder. An ancient ocean that floats above the clouds. It was once a place of peace where islands sailed like ships and waves sparkled with light. But now, a tempest has been unleashed. Pirates rule the skies. The abyss opens. The sea cries for help. Pirates? Ollie squeaked. Wait, real pirates? With ships and treasure and parrots? The storm giant's eyes flashed. Yes, and worse. Ollie's knees wobbled, but he swallowed hard. If they need me, then I'll go. The giant extended a massive crackling hand. Inside it, a compass floated, glowing faintly with blue lightning. This will guide you to the Stormforged Sea. Trust it and trust your heart. Ollie reached out, took the compass, and instantly the world spun. He felt wind whipping around him, rain pelting his skin, thunder rumbling in his chest. When he opened his eyes, he was no longer in his village. He stood on a wooden dock. Except the dock wasn't attached to land. It floated on water, and the water itself floated high above the clouds. All around him stretched an endless ocean in the sky, with massive waves rolling and crashing against floating isles. Enormous ships made of blocky oak and spruce sailed not just on the water, but through the air itself, carried by balloon sails and propellers. Lightning flashed in the distance, illuminating towers that jutted from the waves like jagged teeth. Ollie gasped. It's like the ocean and the sky had a baby. This is incredible. Impressive, isn't it? Said a familiar voice. Ollie turned to see Flicker the sprite zipping toward him, glowing brighter than ever. Flicker, Ollie said with relief. You're here too? Of course, I wouldn't let you face pirates alone, Flicker chirped. But, I might have forgotten to mention something. Ollie groaned. What now? Before Flicker could answer, a loud clop, clop, clop echoed behind them. Ollie turned and grinned. Spitbeard. The armored llama strutted proudly onto the dock, his banner fluttering in the wind. Did someone say pirates? Finally, an adventure worthy of my spit. Ollie laughed nervously. I'm not sure spitting works on pirates. Shows what you know, Spitbeard snorted. Pirates hate a good spit in the eye. Suddenly, a shadow fell over them. A massive airship loomed above, sails stretched wide, cannons bristling. A banner flapped at its mast, a skull made of lightning bolts. Looks like we're about to find out, Ollie muttered. The ship descended, ropes dangling. Pirates slid down, their boots clanging on the dock. They wore tattered coats, eye patches, and strange helmets shaped like sea creatures. One, with a shark-tooth grin, pointed his sword at Ollie. Hand over the compass, Landwalker, or be shark bait. Ollie gripped the compass tighter. Sorry, not for sale. The pirates growled and lunged. Ollie raised his shield, blocking a strike. Flicker darted, dazzling one pirate with sparks. Spitbeard charged, knocking another into the water with a satisfying splash. But there were too many. Ollie backed up, pressed against the edge of the dock. Just as the shark-tooth pirate raised his sword, a deep voice boomed, "Back off, you bilge rats!" Another ship had appeared, smaller but sleeker, its hull carved of dark oak and its sails glowing with enchanted symbols. At its bow stood a tall figure in a blue captain's coat, a cutlass at his side and a tricorn hat on his head. His beard was braided with shells, and his eyes sparkled like the sea. "Captain Wavebreaker!" Flicker gasped. The pirates hissed, retreating to their ropes. "This isn't over, Wavebreaker," the shark-toothed pirate snarled, climbing back aboard his ship. The vessel rose, vanishing into the storm. The newcomer approached Ollie, giving him a measuring look. "You must be the villager the legends whisper about, the one who faced the shadow." Ollie rubbed the back of his neck. I guess that's me. I'm Ollie." "I am Captain Wavebreaker," the man said with a flourish, "protector of the Stormforged Sea, and it looks like you've just made enemies with the Tempest Raiders." "The who now?" Ollie asked. "Pirates cursed by the storm," Wavebreaker explained grimly. "They seek the Abyssal Crown, a relic that can command the sea itself. If they find it, they'll drown the Skylands in endless storms." Ollie swallowed. "So, let me guess, we have to stop them?" Wavebreaker smiled faintly. "You learn quickly. Welcome aboard, Ollie. We set sail at once." And so, Ollie's third adventure began. Not across land nor crystal, but the boundless sky ocean itself. The Stormforged Sea was filled with wonders. They sailed past islands shaped like giant turtles, their shells covered in forests. They met schools of flying fish that glimmered like diamonds, leaping joyfully across the waves. They crossed under waterfalls that poured straight from the clouds above, forming rainbows so bright Ollie couldn't stop staring. But danger lurked everywhere, too. They battled whirlpools that tried to suck their ship into the void. They solved riddles carved into lighthouse ruins. What can be broken without ever being touched? Ollie thought hard, then whispered, "A promise." The lighthouse glowed, opening the path forward. On another isle, they met the jelly folk. Bouncy, glowing jelly creatures that spoke in squeaks and demanded Ollie complete a silly dance before letting them pass. Ollie flapped his arms and wiggled his legs, earning roars of laughter from Spitbeard, and even a chuckle from Wavebreaker. Each challenge taught Ollie something new, that patience could calm storms, that laughter could build bridges, that courage was not the absence of fear, but the choice to keep sailing anyway. Finally, their compass led them to the Maelstrom, a swirling vortex of waves and lightning at the center of the sea. At its heart, a massive fortress rose from the water, shaped like a skull, the Tempest Raiders' stronghold. The battle was fierce. Cannons roared, lightning flashed, and pirate after pirate charged. Ollie fought bravely, blocking with his shield, striking with his pickaxe. Flicker dazzled the enemy, Spitbeard spat with deadly accuracy, and Wavebreaker clashed swords with the shark-toothed captain. Inside the fortress, Ollie faced the Abyssal Crown itself. It floated above a pedestal, pulsing with stormlight. The shark-toothed pirate lunged for it, but Ollie was faster. He remembered the storm giant's words, held up the compass, and shouted, "Storm, hear me! I choose peace!" The compass blazed with light. Thunder boomed. The Abyssal Crown shattered into harmless sparks, and the Maelstrom stilled. The pirates screamed as their power broke, retreating into the shadows. Wavebreaker clasped Ollie's shoulder. "You've done it. The sea is free again." Flicker zipped around joyfully. Spitbeard spat triumphantly into the ocean, and Ollie, breathless and grinning, looked out at the endless waves. "Another adventure," he whispered, "and I'm still just Ollie." But deep down he knew he was becoming something more. Because even in the vast, stormy seas of the Skylands, the smallest villager could make the biggest difference. And somewhere, far away, another shadow stirred. Another adventure waited. Ollie's story was only just beginning.